We up the shop, motherfuckers. No, start that again. Because of course. We do this in outtakes.
And look, you have
alright, look, yeah, you can't advertise copy.
Yeah, can the sponsors page McDonald's?
So we decided to start off a Team Ryano podcast because a few of us do mess around down in the gym, so hopefully we'll build this for their Team Ryano community, maybe the bigger, wider audience. So we're just going to talk shite, ask people to send a few questions in, and we'll have a chat probably about cage warriors the weekend, what people's thoughts on should it go ahead, should it not go ahead, are you going to watch it, whatever else, we're all going to watch it. So we'll start out with a few little questions there. I'll just have a little quick one.
Who's talking? Sack.
So the same person.
Kieran Brown.
Jody Kieran. But Barry always gives a question. Who's your favourite ex-student? Name starts with a B.
Ex-student? You don't have any favourite ex-students.
Not you, Barry. It was you when you had hair, and then when you lost the hair, you got rid of you. Let me see who else. People ask the complicated questions. When a BJJ competitor gets into a lull and lose motivation, how do you deal with that as a coach? Fuck them out of the gym. No, we don't. We don't. We get into maybe forget about competition for a while, get back into loving just the training without the pressure. People do it all the time. People do it. You being there and he's being there. Well, he's a fine example.
Picnic job.
The Euros, went to European Championships, bronze medal MMA. No, it's not jiu-jitsu. Then lost the Bulls there for a little bit.
I want to go to the electric picnic. Ooh.
Bullshit.
Turkey.
not even on the slag it because we're
Danny Corr, have you ever made Peter Lavery smile? No, that man doesn't help to smile. If you had total control of the direction of MMA, where would you like to see it go and grow? IMAF, juniors, kids, amateur, that's the way to go. Olympic Games type of direction. The program will look after itself. With all these superstars, you've been to the IMAF, you know this, right?
They're great. They're very good.
Well, you can say a bit more. Good read. You're like your pal. What's he doing? He's looking for Chad Schwilquist. Let me call him. Put his hand up your arse.
That's the audience members, look.
That's the security.
I think he's nervous.
Yeah.
No, right, the questions are very political, no? I thought this was a bit of crack and turkey talk.
Well, here we go with Jiu-Jitsu one. Here's one for you. Browners behind the camera there, lads and ladies. I mean, ask Brown on this question. How long after starting BJJ should I start thinking about doing a competition?
Fairly soon, really. I remember I was in there as soon as possible, really. Couple of months down the line. One of the guys here in our gym, Ray York, got his blue belt quicker than anyone else under the BJJ Revolution banner, from what I remember. I think he only did a handful of classes, but he went in and smoked a couple of lads in a white belt competition. Yeah. So some guys are ready quicker than others. I think it's an individual case.
I think it's your age as well. If you're starting young as a kid, a teenager, it's you just jump in and out of them. Older fellas find it a little bit harder.
Sub only, it's the only way to go.
Shut up, you sub only. That's because he doesn't want to learn the points.
Sub only, only way to go.
Jody Kieran, most memorable night in MMA, can pick a couple. Well, the series winning the title, that was the best. Not just because he didn't win the title. The whole night was good, wasn't it?
We got a win on that as well.
That's what I'm about to say. We had four fighters only had 4 wins. So we had a really good night. Redza was good that night.
Conrad was on that night, was he?
Conrad was with us.
Yeah, we was Turkey there.
For the good ship. Yeah, and French Chris fought Peter Queally that night, was it? Or was that different?
I think he fought Peter Queally that night, yeah.
Yeah, he beat Peter.
Conrad fight.
Conrad fought someone else and he won. But he got beaten by Peter Queally. I don't remember it. It was a great night. It was a great night for Irish MMA. It was the Helix. It was the big show. The Helix.
The force belt.
Conor could have won. No. Colin won the belt.
Was it the Swedish guy?
No, that was the first time they come over. That was the first time Conor won the belt.
Yeah.
City was on that card. I was on that card.
Yeah.
City fought Mark Platz, I think, on that night. I don't know. Oh no. That was the night Pendred fought Shea Mills.
Yes, yeah.
And Chris was fighting...
The French guy, Parisi, was it?
Parisi?
Yeah.
Who else was on that card? Was Ash on that card for...
Rosie Sexton? Was Ash and Rosie Sexton on the same card?
Phenomenal
card.
They were great cards.
Amazing night.
Here's a really important question, Jody. Again, Starsky and Hutch with the Rockford fight. Starsky and Hutch, pal. Starsky and Hutch. A mile. These lads wouldn't know. Jody obviously is bored. Kevin Keegan and Kenny Dalglish. Kevin Keegan shredded. A lot of Liverpool fellas would say Kenny Dalglish.
Don't watch football.
But I would have said Kevin Keegan for the shredded wheat.
I wouldn't love it if we beat them.
You're back in your 20s, if you had to pick one sport to train, what would it be? What would it be?
This was fucking
This.
brutal.
You're only in
Well,
your
literally, I'm
20s.
20.
I would have loved to be a Formula 1 driver. Hate watching it. But fuck me, live a great life. Haven't they? The money and the cars and the lifestyle and the adrenaline.
That's the only thing with this.
Yeah, but the risk.
It doesn't pay big.
Those are good, right?
Yeah, I know. Like, but like the top like in right across the board, the top percentage is what gets it.
Yeah.
And like Formula 1, like I said, but you were talking to the conversation about before there a couple of weeks ago, and there's only a handful of them in the world.
Yeah,
That's
20
why
drivers or
that's
something like
why
that,
they're
yeah.
on so much money. But even them golfers are on fucking mad money.
Yeah, but that's all elite level. Like.
Yeah, it's good.
The Ricky Bobby
Well
money.
done, Joe.
The Ricky Bobby money.
Yeah.
If you wait first, you're last.
Aerodyne boycott rower, lads.
All depends.
Here we go, PT, we know
Well,
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah, what do you like the best? What do you hate the best? I hate the Aerodyne.
I hate the airline because it's harder, but I wouldn't get on the airline for 20 minutes where you could probably go on for a row for 20 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then this, Matthew Shane. Shane's versus the Nearys and
The
Darren.
Nearys would punch
Point
them
that
out.
match.
The Nearys would force them.
Mick Neary, headlock Mick
Yeah.
or Batty as well, so that's it.
On his own.
James Shane probably have an injury coming to the weigh-ins or something.
Yeah,
like that.
James will be injured and Matthew will have shin splints. So James has shin splints, Matthew will have a sore shoulder.
Yeah, I'm in work.
And Graham be fucking working.
No, Graham's
Or doing
not bad.
mad science stuff or something.
Graham put me out to smoke 2 weeks.
And so and stuff.
Gary Rooney, you think 24 is too late to go pro? No, Gary, especially not you. You're not even 24 yet.
He's only about 12. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's little fella, no. And somebody he would go back around, no. But you're never too old to give it a go.
Who?
Gary Rooney, isn't Gary?
Gary Rooney's not 24.
No, he's not. I don't know who he's saying. Maybe he's thinking of when he's 24. Claire, my wife, asks us, why am I always coursing from living with you, Claire? Wrist locks, yeah, don't worry about that.
I stick on Derby Davis.
Stick with
Yeah.
that.
Now actually, hold on, there's one for you, right? You didn't give me credit the other day in your video with them other lads.
What credit?
Yes, the hamstring incident. Where I submitted
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to brag against Kosi.
Am I right? I got you as well, don't you forget.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, I was messing breakdancing and the hamstring was tight and then we were passing guard and I popped my hamstring and he claims that as a submission.
I do, yeah, we are in a match.
If it was competition, that'd be.
You're right, Brown.
You'd get your hand raised for that, Plank.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Verbal tap,
Now, I
yeah.
never want my hand raised against the coach like someone like Red Town.
I got you in the fucking chin there.
I took
Jimmy
that
Green.
down.
Oh, Jimmy Green is there.
I took that down.
Right, they're out there to contribute to this talk here. See, they're dressed like my little
Oh,
hobo.
yeah, fucking walk, man. What's you're saying? Coming to us.
There we are. We can't even train and the gym is closed. Light is falling apart and Hungry Hole's doing overtime days. Out the door work.
I'm keeping this country afloat, like, you know what I mean? The reason we all use get like the Labour and all this,
We don't have to let
Yeah, get the Labour.
Keep
Bollocks.
working.
I got a couple of questions in on my one. Gary Rooney sent me one as well, and he wants you to talk about training in the old garages and stuff back in the day when you first kicked off. What was it like trying to improve and get better
Yeah.
without YouTube at your disposal and all that
It's
kind of
actually
stuff?
better.
Yeah.
It's actually better, yeah, because you sort of had to find out and make mistakes yourself. So say I noticed when beginners coming in here, a beginner coming in here joining up was already trying to do a heel hook or a knee bar because I seen it on YouTube. We didn't have any of that stuff. Yeah, we didn't have any of that mad stuff, you know. No, it was good. The sport was much smaller. It was much friendlier, and there wasn't as much bullshit. So it was good. And if you got tapped out, no big deal. I actually found a video here that shows you from 20 years ago, and it's 1999, and we're in a little squash hall. There's me, Dave Roach, Hodger Gracie, John Kavanagh, and we're just rolling for 45 minutes an hour, whatever, just bodies and rolling. It's great. No shit. We didn't hear Roger, but we knew who he was, but we didn't realise he wanted to be the best jiu-jitsu player ever.
Best to do it, yeah.
You know, but, so the garage was good. It was easy to learn. I was coming from an international competitive judo background, so I'd retired, so I was on the downslope a little bit, and then I suppose John was travelling and learning and stuff, so it was fun more than nothing else, and it was basic.
Yeah, different to the type of level you'd see at white belt and blue belt these days. Like,
Yeah, I think at one stage there was 5 of us blue belts in the country. We thought we were league great. Well, I'm a blue belt.
Wearing it to the honour,
Yeah.
Bang!
Yeah.
You eat that.
That's the other thing now. You don't see it. You don't see it with martial arts. You never see it in judo or you never see it in boxing. Like I have 3 fights about in my boxing club. You see it with jiu-jitsu. And you get your blue belt, open the club, academy, quick, get the mortgage out. You know, fellas, fuck, that doesn't happen with our martial arts. You gotta learn your way. No big panic, no big rush. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
there was a couple of other questions I got. I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head, but one guy texted me in a question asking about tips for beginners.
As in what, like?
So jiu-jitsu, when you're first starting off, you just ask for tips.
Just do every class there
Yeah,
is.
there's
Showing up.
the cliches, as in like keep turning up and getting used to getting tapped are probably the main
No,
ones.
honest to God, as long as I know, it's just keep showing up. You get. I remember talking to Limo Till before. No, I remember talking to Limo Till before, and I was a pole belt at the time. And yeah, no, I was like a pole belt, but I said it to him like I think he was dropping me home in the taxi one night, and I was like, Limo, I was just frustrated that I wasn't learning that new. Not that I wasn't learning that new. I was doing the same thing constantly, same thing over and over. I was like, is that it? I said, you just get stuck, and he says, all the time. You go 6 months and you're like, right, I have this, and you'll start taking the back or whatever, you start taking the foot or just transitioning to different things. Then you'll plateau for about 6 months. And you'll be frustrated and you'll be stuck there for about 6-7 months, a year. Then next of all, you'll just keep showing up and you'll obviously learn a couple of things like in the classes and from drill. You'll just get to that next level then. Yeah, just keep showing up.
Not more for me, lads.
No,
I'm only a beginner myself.
Yeah, but then you as a beginner.
Here we go. Even if you take it out of the jiu-jitsu context and put it into MMA, when you were here for your first sort of little amateur fight that I ref and called him when he got tapped out.
Forget that.
You just kept showing up, and you got a bronze medal in the Euros, and then you were going to turn pro there a couple of weeks ago. So just keep showing up.
Then he got sick.
You just keep showing up. There is no
just turn up, turning up and getting every class you can. Like.
Be enthusiastic in the class.
And enjoy it.
There's no sense of coming in there, looking at the walls and not wanting to be there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the years just start adding up before you know it. They're sort of gone by.
It's addictive. Like once you do a couple of classes, you're stuck for life. You're hooked for life. Like.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything
Definitely.
else?
No, those are the main ones that I got was just tips for beginners and
Don't eat yellow snow.
and don't eat yellow snow. Yeah, exactly. How do you think everyone's going to come out the other side of this pandemic that's going on?
Oh, I thought this was a taboo subject.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think Ireland hit it at the right time. We weren't like England's fucking sitting back and
Still at it.
yeah, sitting back a little bit. I have a sister-in-law lives in London and they're sort of a couple of weeks behind us on what we're doing. I think we'll be okay. I think we have a good business community and we have a good Irish art to get stuck in and help each other. What I will say to people is, don't get caught up thinking you're going to have 2 or 3 months free of paying bills. People are saying to me, oh, fuck paying your mortgage, don't pay this. The government are going to cover all that. They're not going to cover it. They're going to probably tell your landlord or your bank, spread your pay. You still owe your money. So if you have the money, pay the bills. Don't try and be a fucking fast one. If you can help someone out that's stuck, help them out. Don't be a dickhead and try and take advantage. I'm at the same, I have a gym here, right? So I don't do anything else. This is my life, right? So if this is fucked up for 6 months, I just get on with it. The lads in the gym have been very supportive here, and it's the same here in the gym. If someone loses their job, I'm not expecting them to come and pay their money. You know what I mean? You can train here for free. It works both ways. But don't be a dick and take advantage of people in bad situations. See them arseholes in Australia or America or something? Bought all the hand sanitizer, trying to charge 70 quid a bottle, and they're getting arrested over, all taken off them. So don't be a dick, you know, try and help each other out. Don't try and make money off someone's misery. That does my fucking head in. And you will see it with gyms and you'll see it with businesses. Fellas trying to rob businesses and rob students, and you know, you want to get down the road, but you will be tagged like that.
Yeah, I think if you do that, it does breed a bad name yourself, and people like that. Ireland's only a small place, like, your name gets around. You know,
that's not that. Like if you were running a little small business, local business, you won't feel that proud. You're running a little business, and you say, "I'm closing down, lads, for health and safety." And someone sees them out, and they start putting posts up. I'm going to do online videos for all the people in the area, but I'm going to do a special when we come back. For anyone that's been affected by the coronavirus, I will do this, this and this for you. Tracking all other students, not doing it on their own personal pages or whatever. And If someone puts you out of business, you can't pay a mortgage, you can't put food on the kids, food on the table, you smash some fucker's head in, and that's what will happen.
Yeah, I saw yesterday was the big fuss in the UK yesterday was there was a guy posted in the UK BJJ underground forum. Here, if your gym is closed, lads, we're open. Come on over. We're running open mats at such and such a time. And everyone else jumped on it going, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're just trying to make...
There you go, that's what I'm saying.
You're trying to make profit out of everyone else's misery.
Like, even Jiu-Jitsu, it's a community. Even in Ireland...
Well, it's a community where people, like, it's not, it's a business for a lot of people. It's work.
It's true, but your man's at the getting obviously a fucking bad show for that.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Yeah, because people, they take money out of people's fucking, you know?
Yeah, well, a lot of people were... it was like a scab crossing the picket line, because everyone who closed their gyms did it voluntarily, like the government didn't tell them.
That's just a wanker that doesn't give a bollocks.
No, that was the BJJ community got together. Really.
That's what I'm saying. That's just a wanker.
Like, look, I didn't want to close because I was sort of saying, it's this and that, and it's, you know, we can't buy it. Because you're not really looking at how serious it is. But then we get on to Barry and we got to Roger and we get on to Peter Lavery in the North, and I was talking to guys in other gyms, and they said, what's happening, what he's doing? Yeah, look, if we all hit it together, we try and close it down, stop the spread of it, we have a good chance. Okay, look, we're all going to be in the shits, but maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, if we can do it together, we'll be okay. And we'll all come back there together. That's why we done that. A couple of videos the other day, and a bit of technique. So I'm going to do more of them. But I think you got to support each other. And I said, you got to be careful, because we could be, I think we're at the start of this. We're at the start of it. I think we have a good another 6 weeks.
Easy.
That's when people get messy. At the moment, we're still on that. It's like the bleeding Christmas time, isn't it? It's like 2 weeks off, and people are out in the park, and they're out, you know.
But then we went to the beach there on Saturday, you couldn't build one.
Yeah.
We
went running early in the beach, was like, I thought there was an event on down there, there was that many bleeding cars, you know.
Where was Derby?
Never, like normal.
I don't know anywhere. So.
Here's a question now. How did I get into hunting, and what do you hunt? At the moment it would be people.
Derby.
No, so I was in the army and I always enjoyed the outdoor life. I was only having a laugh here. I found a school report. For when I was 10 or something like that. And I was never really good in school, but I loved school. I did like school and I enjoyed being in it. And like me, English was fair or good, my Irish was bad, and my maths was bad. And then I came down to PT, very boisterous, but you know, full of life and all this. I can't something like that. And then nature, loved the outdoors. And then the other one was personal development, oozes confidence. That's what I was a shy kid. So I always liked the outdoors and the sport. Then I went to the army, and then one of our members here, Carl Roach, got me back into the shooting, got me into the shotguns, and we started doing a bit of pigeon shooting and a bit of other stuff shooting. And then Padder from here then got me into the deer shoot, brought me out a couple of times, and I ended up getting a rifle, and I love it now. I love going doing deer shooting. We don't shoot for the sake of shooting. And we shoot is butchered. Either Carl butchers at Padder, or if we get a nice deer, we bring it to Higgins Butchers and Swords, in Sutton Cross, and the guys will cut up for us and do burgers and sausages and steaks out of it. So, and we shoot, we eat, or any birds we shoot, we feed to some of the dogs and the what do you call them fucking things Carl has?
Ferrets.
Ferrets, yeah. So that's why I got into it. Carl Roach.
What did we make of the UFC on Saturday? Did you see it in Brazil behind closed doors?
No, I didn't see it. It was on Saturday. What the fuck did it say?
DJ.
No.
It's the only major sporting event that went ahead at the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the only major sporting event that went ahead. All the Premiership soccer was cancelled.
What do you think of Kate for the weekend?
You said asking a question and answer.
He's not just stating a fact.
I didn't see the UFC. I would say it was weird looking at it with no audience in the did you see it?
I did. I watched it live, and it wasn't too bad because you're used to watching Tough, where you can sort of hear everything. You can hear every little bit of corner and advice that's going on. Michael Bisping, at the end of one of his post-fight interviews, said, "Make some noise for blah blah blah." And you know what he's like, give it up for it, whatever. You make some noise for it. Oh, and then you could see his face. He just sort of went, "Oh shit." So that was it. That was a bit of a fucking faux pas. But other than that, no, it was all right because it was like old school. Like they're looking for new venues for a few shows, or they were, and I think they've kind of decided to pull the plug on them. But realistically,
Not even well. There's Leon Edwards with Woodley now.
Gone.
It's,
Yeah.
gone. But is that true? Travel restrictions, or are they just pulling the whole?
Well, what they said initially was that they said on Sunday they announced that they weren't going to be able to have it in London next week. They were going to find a new venue in the States. And I heard that Leon Edwards would have had to get on a flight that afternoon to get over there to get all his bits and bobs done in time. He would have had to be on the road straight away, and I don't think it would have been possible. So he sort of pulled out. But I think they've tried to pull the plug on the idea of having any events now over the next couple of weeks.
I don't think they have been now.
Mad, isn't it? Like Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors this week. Friday this week.
Cage Warriors is going ahead, isn't it? Friday night.
Yeah, so they moved from London to Manchester. So the London venue is
Closed door event.
So
Closed door.
I'll play the good bad villain here, answering some questions on the Cage Warriors event. Should it have gone ahead?
No.
Why no?
On the basis of this COVID-19 and coronavirus, I know it's behind closed doors, and I love the guys at Cage Warriors and it's a great show and stuff. No, just you see looking at what we're doing here in Ireland, I know England aren't doing the same thing. It seems like they're a step or two behind us. I've seen a picture going up on Instagram here this morning. Apparently everybody's meant to be social distancing and doing all that. Because one of the lines on the train station, they were on top of each other again, like every other day. So and again, I know it's behind closed doors, but you just can't be safe with this thing. Nobody knows the extent of it. That's just my opinion.
What about all the fighters are like they're medically cleared, and there's only going to be one corner man, and there's only going to be
COVID-19 tested.
No, yeah, you know.
That's the only thing. Everyone's going to be clear because they all have the safe
Yeah,
remain.
none of them have symptoms.
Idris Elba didn't have symptoms the other day, and he has a.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, I think.
That's just me.
I am going to watch it, and I'm looking forward to watching it. I think Graham was trying to not let the fighters down.
Yeah, I get that.
They've done a lot of training and stuff, and they're ready to fight. Then I was sort of saying, well, maybe the medical staff, like, they could be used somewhere else. But then I think at this stage, it's still very small. There's only a few hundred people getting it, so we're not out the door yet. Well, we're expecting 100,000 people to be in hospital. We haven't gotten that yet. So this thing with the emergency service rushed off their feet. I think they're here.
Yeah,
it's
it's
going to
go today.
I think it should go ahead.
Yeah,
because like look, right. So say you get the bus to work.
Yeah.
You're on the bus with 30 other people.
I drive.
Yeah, here we go. You're on site. With
No,
other
one of
people.
No, yeah.
You're meant to be social distancing.
There was
But
more on site this morning.
Everyone's sitting in.
There was more on site today.
Yeah.
So basically, what they do is when there's the rules and restrictions all in work now. So like that, all staggered breaks. They're giving a list. Only 20 people in the canteen at a time because there's only 20 tables. One person at a table at a time. So one of the breaks, we came in out of the breaks. This what happened there. One of the lads telling me, I missed it. All the muckers, all the cultures were in, and there were four on the table.
Yeah.
They were all sitting on top of each other.
And
The safety officer walks in and says, "What the fuck are you all doing?" I said, "No need the signs out there. It's one a table. Is there a given time for a break?" I said, "We sit in the car together on the way." He said, "What are we talking?" But there's rules in place because of this. Just follow the fucking rules. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't.
No, sure. And after people have followed the rules, I think it's.
Yeah, I don't know. As a fan, I'm glad it's on.
So far, I can't wait to see it, especially
Joe. Signing back up to Fight Pass. I always watch it. I think it's great to see Joe McCollum getting the title fight. Joe had trained here with us on and off, and he's tough as nails. What's his opponent like?
Mason Jones, good judo player. I think he competed.
Where's he
with
from?
Wales. He was cornering against with Craig when I was grabbing Craig Hughes.
Corner, yeah. We watched him fight before.
He's tough for the judo boy. He can bang. With his
Yeah,
hands,
that's right. That's right. Good hands.
He's good.
So is Joe's hands full with us?
I think both of them are in for a hard night. But then you look at Joe's last couple of fights. He's had a good win down in Cork. I think he had a Darce Joe. I think he got fight of the year with that other guy, the French guy, and he fought before that. Joe's experience, well, I know his record isn't up there. He's 6-2 at the minute.
You're around a long time though.
He's around a long time. He's a good fighter.
It's a good wins.
Good wins. Never back down.
I think the year he fucked off to New Zealand sort of
just
I'd
derailed.
like to see him get the shout with the UFC and wins the fight because he's a long time around.
He's amateur since I'm amateur, and then he just didn't take the amount of fights and or whatever it was. I seen him taking a few kickboxing fights and stuff. Yeah. He was on Clanmore, just had him on a couple of kickboxing fights, and they were in occasional, but yeah, Joe was a good Joe.
Darren O'Gorman is on the card as well.
Who?
Darren O'Gorman. I don't know, actually.
Do you know what? Darren blows really hot when he fights
really
good
cold.
and really cold.
Yeah.
Some days you watch him and he's brilliant. He play out with flying triangle against the cage, and you think he's you know, he keeps fighting like that, and then some days he just gets beat by somebody he shouldn't be beat by.
Yeah.
You know, but I do think he's a good MMA fighter. Who's he fighting?
Can't remember.
I was looking for it there now.
What do you think of that Decky Dalton fight? I think.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that's a good chance.
I think it's a good fight. I think
Is that on tomorrow, Friday's card?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
If
Paddy
you're Decky,
fighting Paddy.
if you're Decky, it's yours to play for. Paddy has the name.
Yeah.
Everyone looks Paddy over in the UK.
I think
Yeah,
if
nothing
Paddy
to lose.
faces back, he's in trouble.
Yeah, Paddy's good.
Even against the cage, even fourth round, second round, third. If he gets the clinch and he gets his back,
Will,
he's in trouble.
Was Decky's fight there last week hard?
No, he's
You finish a man in fourth round or something.
That's alright then.
Yeah.
He's not
I don't
popular.
know.
That was fed on. He's not
Yeah.
popular to life for this one. Yeah.
I don't think man was a great record, was he?
No, I mean, I'm just the only reason I'm saying it's Decky's to win is because you just stay Paddy, you rob all Paddy's limelight over there. You know what I mean? You're going to
Yeah.
Be a huge win.
to
Yeah.
lose on a week's notice. You lose the fight, take on a week's notice.
He has a good
Win
camp
the
as
fight.
well.
He did take it on a week's
It was a
notice.
good camp.
He's not just taking on a week
Yeah.
now, because he has a good
No,
camp.
I'm just saying, like, you know, that's what.
Well, no, it doesn't matter who you fight or don't fight, good or bad fight. Your body adjusts. Your body comes down from that.
Yeah.
The adrenaline drop. You know what I mean? That can happen sometimes.
Yeah. The other thing as well with that show that's on tomorrow, cutting weight. Like cutting weight is tough on your immune system, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it wreaks havoc on your immune
Do
system.
you know what I find that? It's after the wake up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get it coming in. Sometimes you do. You know, if you're really taking away all that fuel, you've got a lot of
Yeah,
fuel,
obviously you
know,
feel like shit, like, but
it's after you do the wake up. After the fight,
After
the
the
next
fight,
week,
actually, yeah.
you get cold sores, you get a big sty in your eye, you get all them little blisters in your mouth, run down with the
You
flu.
can't worse, no?
No, but that's, I used to get it all
risky,
the
yeah.
time, because I hadn't a fucking clue when I was, or what I was doing when I was coming out. Just sitting in the sauna for hours upon hours, 2 or 3 days to do the fight, eat all the crap down after it for about a few days, and then be sick, and then you'd be told to cut weight again, and you're sick going into another bleeding weight cutting, and sick, I was always sick, every 2-3 bleeding weeks.
yeah, so that's going to be tough on the fighters now, cutting weight during this current pandemic. Like it's going to be a risky business, you know.
Many's confirmed though, 300 today now, isn't it? Well, yeah, the South Church.
Yeah, there's plenty going on anyway. A lot of bars and pubs and all that stuff is still open. And
They're saying it because a couple of days ago it was 50,
70
50 new and it was 70 today, and then they reckon it's
Goes
going
up
to be
every
another
Friday,
100 tomorrow, and it's going to keep adding about 20 or 30 every day. There's going to be more and more.
North Korea have no cases.
That's because of
you can't get into the place,
Yeah.
no matter who you are, even if you're on a
Not
fucking
shooting
virus.
over there now. They tried to go
I think that's
outdoors.
a joke, is it?
Huh?
Is that a
I
joke?
don't know.
That we had North Korea day 1 patient, day 2 0.
Yeah.
Bruce, so you're running on cage right here. Bruce, yoke. Wi-Fi.
Do we think that Tony and Khabib will get the chop for the 5th time?
I was seeing fucking on an Instagram video of the 2 of them fighting on the mill.
Yeah, Dana White shared it. Yeah,
Anyway, they're going to get together.
I think it's going to
But
the boys.
5 fucking times, like,
that's cursed, isn't it?
that's nuts.
Look at the card, yeah. Dope.
Khabib, Tony, go.
Who's going to win it? I think Khabib murders him.
That dodgy phone.
I think he wrecks him.
Andy, Khabib or Tony?
I'm going Khabib, right?
Right.
I'm going Khabib.
Darry,
For which?
Khabib or Tony?
Khabib.
Connor.
Yeah, Khabib was that. Just, but Ferguson's crazy enough to fucking.
There's the card there, the Cage Warriors card, main card. Darren Stewart and Bartos
Did they get him on the
Fabianski.
card?
What?
Did they put Darren Stewart on the card? That's
There
a
he is
UFC
there.
fight.
Darren Stewart, Bartos Fabianski. Is that his name? Middleweight. I don't know that Bartos one. Is he good?
I don't know, but that's a UFC fight.
Yeah. Lightweight title fight, Mason Jones, John McCall. Nathan Jones.
Is that main
versus-
event?
Well, no, the UFC
Co-main.
one is, then that one is. Nathan Jones versus David Bear, welterweight. Paddy Pimblett, Decky Dalton. Then the pro prelims, 6:30. Perry Goodwin, Steve Amble, is it?
Oh, that's the guys that Rich McKee. It's good for you.
Perry, out of moustache.
Yeah,
He was
better
bleeding
than
good, wasn't he? I
Better
think if I
than
had him in the cut, that fight could have gone the other way. He was good, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Covered in blood. That was a great scrap. He was good. I was impressed with him. Darren O'Gorman and Conor Higney. Flyweight. Darren O'Connor. Look him up. Darren's the toughest nails. Adam Amber. What's how you say that fucking name? Oh, let's go lads in the
Adam
16.
Hammer, is he?
Okay, Boyd, flyweight. Matthew Bonner versus Jamie Richards. Matthew Bonner fought. He fought James, beat James, and everyone thought Matthew was as tough as nails. Yeah, Matthew Bonner. Yeah, that fella in Liverpool, wasn't he? Fought.
Oh, yeah, for his debut.
Yeah, he is as tough as nails. He had a great fight in Liverpool, the Cage Warriors, and he's fighting at middleweight, which I think suits him better. He's tough as nails. He is. He's a very good fighter and a nice guy. I don't know Jamie. Chris Edwards and James.
Oh, Chris is back to seeing that. Yeah.
Chris is around a long time. Chris was a big name.
He was heavy a while ago.
Was he? Yeah. What did he fight? Flyweight originally or bantamweight?
Bantam, because he fought fair.
He's fighting at featherweight now.
He was heavy, yeah. I had a good follow him all the time on Instagram and stuff like that. And he texted me. The other time he texted me about me if he had any fights coming up.
Darragh is typing. He's playing UFC.
Darragh Green. That's our group chat. We played UFC.
Darragh Green is playing UFC.
Everyone that can't fight, isn't it?
Yeah. Lewis Monarch and Kingsley Crawford. No, I know Lewis Monarch. I know Kingsley Crawford. That's it. It's a good card. 6:30. Starts. Look forward to watching it.
Yeah, prelims are on the Cage Warriors website again, aren't they? Like last week.
I'd say so, yeah. Thank you, Dalton. He could make a big name for himself here.
He's good. I think he's good.
So what nerds are playing UFC? What is he just playing? Like a video game?
No, it's just a name for a group chat, Snapchat.
Oh, that's the name of the
we
group?
play UFC, yeah.
Oh, believe
Because we play UFC.
I thought it was an app or something, they're playing the game or something more. What are you saying? What are you saying on the
I
group?
can't be opening here.
Get on to Draper. Read Draper there.
Slagging you,
So Brian Draper here, he's the #1 podcast himself, but his own. He podcasts on his own and doesn't release them. And he does karaoke singing on his own and a shadow box on his own. We'll ring him now and tell him about the other podcast. You ring him or text him? Yeah. We're going live now. We're going
this
real
man
live.
never answers the phone.
Matt doesn't let him.
Yeah.
That's that. Ring his man.
Ring the man.
You have his man's number.
No, we don't.
Heavy pen into the phone.
Yeah.
Don't answer.
Drink.
Big Sexy on the
Oh, Big
podcast
Sexy,
there.
you're on the podcast, the Team Ryano official podcast. I wanted to invite you here as being the best MMA fighter so far this year in the gym. And Darby said, not a chance.
Yeah, I've already texted him, asked him to come and he said he can't.
Shut up! Just shut up.
Who do you think the shy talker over here, Reds, who got bleeding battered?
That's what you said, man. Strong, can't wait. Right, fuck off. Look. Yeah, that's Brian Draper.
He's our club man. He's the #1 club man, I have to say.
Yeah. Look at this wanker.
Who?
James Sheen on tight ropes, not outside his gap.
Oh, look at this show.
That's something they do though, yeah?
Yeah.
They're good at all that.
Shite
The clown's alright.
Yeah, he's a shite book.
You can't else there, lads. You can't say the crowd.
Keep your phone in your hand.
Yeah, you have a bit of, give a bit of insight there.
Right, your response to that is what are you doing with this?
I want to ask you about your last Bellator fight. All the mess aside now. Rather, since you're retired now.
No, it's hard.
You're retired.
No. And you keep saying it to me, but no.
You're retired. He's lost the love for the MMA game. He's lost the drive for the training. I've noticed that with him. And he's up to 3 nanos a week now instead of 1. What happened to you last fight?
Last fight.
I'm not saying it was a tough opponent.
Tough opponent, poor performance, looking back
Speak
on
to the
it.
camera there.
Yeah, it's not the viewers, camera. But poor performance on what we used to.
Well, you had a good 4th round. You won the 4th round, I'd say.
Yeah, it wasn't so, but it's not a round that we do. I don't go out there and do play that sort of game. I don't know. Yeah, the shots seemed to be there, and then I was hesitant though to take downs then because I knew we had got a good team, which I ended up getting finished with. So I was a little wary going for the takedown, and then the fitness wasn't there, and that was due to just the way I've been walking lately. Even though I had a conversation with Jim back there, and even when they break things down,
I brought him into the office.
No, even doing 3 days, so the time 8 or 9 hours on the side. But it's not just 8 or 9 hours. It's you're up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Then it's an hour and a half to training. It's an hour and a half home. Then it's another bit back to the gym and stuff. So like you were saying, there's no rest day. There's no. And
There's
then
no routine or proper eating, proper training,
coming into the session, tired, using red up bollocks. Oh, I just got to do it.
Plus, you're only coming and doing an hour instead of doing
the
third session.
Plus, you have a bit of technique and or whatever, and you have a bit of stretching after. But you're getting on the mat and you're doing your bit. And a second new call time, I'm gone out the door. Why? Because I have to come and get some sleep. And then I was still DJing the weekend, the stuff which I probably should have knocked on the head. Just got into a little routine, but like I was at the age, or I am at the age where I am looking at the house and stuff like that, and mortgage, at things. So it's nothing to do with not love or the training. You got to think for me as a person. I'm just thinking to myself, right? There's other things that I have to start sort of preparing for. Even though I do love the sport, so something has to.
That's the line you have to make. That's the decision you have to make. Then, you think like that, you can't go on fighting at that level. You got to knock it on the head. That's it. That's what we discussed. Like.
No, I wouldn't knock her on the head.
Told you he was done. Told you.
No, mind him.
Yeah, told you.
He wants me to be done for some reason.
No, I want you wanting it. Not want me wanting it. I want you wanting it.
100%. I love it too much. Love being here. Love training. Love doing the whole lot. I love it too much. But just for that one, that's sort of where my head was at.
What's going to go differently now next one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit down, sort of think about what's best for.
Well, you know what's best. You already know that.
Yeah.
You know that.
Sleep, eat, and just train. That's it. You know what I mean? That is the only way of doing it. So like, there is no.
You missed out the whole strength and conditioning for the.
Yeah, I've sent you a picture as well. Yeah.
I'm sure loads of people.
I've seen on the other podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of done a side by side of the photographer down in Bellator takes a picture the day before weigh-ins. I done a side by side the one I fought against Charlie Leary, which even though I was injured, I was still doing like a torn rotator cuff in the back of my arm. But we were still lifting weights, still doing our strength and conditioning, still doing everything. And for this one, I didn't touch one weight. I was doing.
It was meant to be doing weights. Told me doing weights Friday.
I was running. I was just running. I thought if I was running, the weight would come off handy enough. The cardio would come up. I was doing sprints, long runs, distance runs, short runs, and it just it took everything out of me. And I just thought I thought my fitness would be up to where it was, but with the lack of sort of resting, not getting good quality sleep, as an athlete, you should be getting a minimum of 8 hours a night. I think I was doing 6 hours on top of all my training. I was only getting 6 hours complete sleep a night. I'd come out here, I'd go home, prep all my food for work the next day, because we couldn't wait. It has to be sort of fairly strict. By the time you have a shower and get into bed, it's 11:30. Your brain doesn't shut off. Like instantly, you know what I mean? So I sit there working them out about half an hour, 45 minutes, and they're back up then at 6:30, then a quarter past 6 the next morning. So it was just a combination of everything, and I can't remember I can't remember walking out to the second round.
No, you stumbled. I said you were gone. I knew at the end of the fourth round.
I can't remember walking to the second round, and I looked back at the fight twice. And if you look, I was countering more so than leading with the strikes, but they were getting off, and with the big throw and stuff like that, I don't think me getting taken out. I still think I won the first round. But my hands were up. My left hand, especially because that's what we were working on. The guy George had a lot of power. He was coming off the right hand, and he swings it quite hard. And my hand is up, I'm covering all the shots, no problem. And I walk out in the second round, my hands are here, down with the waist, and yeah, which paid.
And on the back foot.
And on the back foot then as well, yeah. I think I went in for a lazy jab, and he just came around the corner, bang, hit me just in behind the ear. Now I think I took 2 or 3 shots into the back of the head after, but that was just from me moving and stuff. I then caught with the guillotine, just one of those things. But that's my sort of performance,
When are you hoping to get back in?
With all this shit going down, we don't know now. Yeah. Sort of when it's sort of.
I'd say it'll be alright for October.
Oh no, yeah, like I know the back here, October 3rd, I think, as far as I know. So we'll definitely be on that card. But with everything else going on, all this Corona, COVID shit.
Yeah.
I don't know when any show is going to go back up and running yet. So no, you'll see vintage Redman performance for the next one.
Done. So listen, we call it and then that's a bit of bullshit. Today is only really trying to find out how we get on, and we're gonna make this probably a bit better job, and we might, look do a little bit of technique and invite a different guest in every week. And just over talking about running as well, I just hit over the 50k mark now in the last 3 weeks. So fuck you, motherfuckers. Alright. I've done 6k this morning across the hills.
Good doesn't even run anymore that morning.
So listen, thanks. See you soon.
Good luck, motherfuckers.